This video is brought to you by no one, because I checked and not even my mother loves me. Airplanes in KSP can be an unwieldy beast to get started in. As counterintuitive as it may seem, building rockets can be way easier than it is to build a functioning aircraft. Strap a big engine with fuel on a tube, and that sucker will go to space. Strap wings on a tube with an engine, and that sucker will skid right into the nearest pedestrian not expecting a jet-propelled propane tank to come crashing through the city. Now, most tutorials on KSP airplanes are long and complicated. Instead of making the typical how to build a thing that does not crash tutorial, I'm going to go through the process most people go through in building a plane for the first time, make some mistakes, and show you how to competently adjust for them so you can learn how to build an aircraft in a much more fun way. You know, opposed to feeling like you're at a physics lecture strapped to a chair with your eyes taped open. Common starting point. It needs to look cool. Cool cockpit, check. Cool fuel tank, check. Cool airplane tube structure thing, check. Cool engine, check. Cool swept wings, check. Cool landing gear, check. Cool tail fin, check. Cool rotating wing things, check. Cool airplane name, check. Kind of. Okay, let's take her out for a spin.
Common mistake number 1. Landing gears suck.
Nobody wants a wobbly airplane. We're not building a tricycle, though a jet-powered tricycle does sound pretty cool. Try sticking your landing gear under your wings. Use the move tool to lower them down a bit so they line up more evenly with the rest of the aircraft. Okay, now we're good to go. Let's try again. Son of a...
Common mistake number 2. Engines gotta breathe so Kerbals can fly.
If you've only built rockets, you've probably noticed that most fuel tanks have liquid fuel and oxidizer. Well, I don't know if you've been outside lately, but there's a lot of f***ing air out there. We don't need oxidizer, but we do need that sweet, sweet air. So strap an air intake to your plane, preferably somewhere it looks cool. Let's go again. Hey, we've got speed. We're not going up. We're absolutely going down. Well, we built a really bad submarine.
Common mistake number 3. Center of mass and center of lift are all sorts of screwed up.
You see these 3 buttons down here? Click on that shit. Click on it like they're red, blinking, tempting buttons that generate ice cream that your dad told you not to press. You know you'd click those buttons. I would. And I'm a doctor. Now you've got 3 balls. If you're a guy, congrats. If you're a girl, that might be concerning. The yellow and black ball is your center of mass. The blue ball is your center of lift, and the pink ball is your thrust direction. You can move your wings around to adjust the center of lift. Try to get the center of lift to shoot up through your center of mass. It might be worth keeping in mind that as you use fuel, your center of mass changes, so having a slightly nose-heavy aircraft at the start can be absolutely okay. There's a saying, a nose-heavy aircraft flies poorly. A tail-heavy aircraft flies once, because it crashes, and he died. Anyway, that's a bit better. Let's see how she flies. We can see that she's a little nose-heavy, but it's flyable. But it steers like your grandmother's wheelchair strapped to a treadmill.
Common mistake number 4. Not enough control.
First thing we're going to do is move the fuel tank to the back of the aircraft, because that makes the center of mass more, center. Next, let's put some real wings on the sucker. Yeah, they might not look quite as cool, but they're functional. Now we need some control surfaces. Let's strap on a pair of control surfaces. We already have at least 3 balls. I was not talking about that pair. Let's see how she flies. Alright, now we're flying. Look at this control. Shit, too much control!
Common mistake number 5. Too much control.
This is an easy one. Just use smaller control surfaces. Now we're flying. Hopefully this was helpful to you, or at least mildly entertaining. Like this video if you liked it. Dislike it if you think that, like my mother, I should be without love for the rest of my life. Leave a comment if you have any requests for future tutorials. See you all later. Bye.